Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. So I got a few videos coming out today. I want to focus on episodes 1 and 2 of The Walking Dead final season. I do want to talk about the Rick Grimes movies because we do have an update on that. And I also want to talk about World Beyond, but it's a small little thing and I'll mention it at the end. And yeah, so before we go any further, obviously, if you are new to the channel and you do want more Walking Dead content like this, you want all the latest updates, just make sure to be a subscriber. This Thursday reveal is going to be pretty exciting. At this point, I don't think it's going to be photos because we already got that. I don't think they're going to release any more photos. So I think now is the time we're going to get casting info, or we could get the trailer, right? It could be coming this Thursday, or maybe this Sunday coming up. I honestly, this Thursday reveal could literally just be like the release date for the trailer, and it's coming this Sunday after some episode, or just it's released this Sunday. Who knows? So whenever it does drop, I will do a trailer breakdown. We're going to talk about everything scene by scene. It's going to be really nuts. So obviously make sure to be a subscriber if you want my videos on that. But let's talk about episodes 1 and 2 of The Walking Dead. So I may butcher the title here, but I believe it's called Acheron. It's spelt like this, Acheron, and I could be butchering this. And if you just do a quick Google search of The Walking Dead, you'll see that there was an update here for episodes 1 and 2. And these are the titles for the episode. So it's Acheron Part 1 and Part 2, which obviously that also kind of makes sense. The term Acheron actually means river of sorrow. And apparently what the story is some souls would be carried across this river and I guess these souls would go to hell kind of thing. So it's that type of a thing. And so I'm guessing that's where the title, in some way, it's going to relate to the episode, which I actually think makes sense. If you think of the subway, it's most likely symbolic for that, right? That subway, in a sense, is the river of sorrow. So, you know, following that subway tunnel, it's like following a river. There's going to be something bad that happens on this trip. There's going to be character deaths. They're going to come across some stuff. And so that's the fun thing. So obviously this is a 2-part episode. They've been talking about this being a scary roadshow. And so this premiere is going to be pretty big. It's going to be a 2-parter, and that's going to be a lot to watch. Like that Sunday, August 22nd, it's not just one episode of The Walking Dead you're watching. You're watching 2 episodes that night. They could even release it earlier. Honestly, that's what I'm waiting for. I'm excited for the premiere on August 22nd, but I'm hoping that I'm able to watch it earlier because I definitely would really like to. I definitely would like to do that and post a review on it. I'm really excited for the 2-part premiere. It's called Acheron Part 1, which is for episode 2, and episode 2 is called Acheron Part 2. And so as we've seen from the photos that were released of the episodes, that yeah, it literally makes sense. Like they are going to encounter something, and I'm just trying to think of where the end game is. Like they're in this subway tunnel. Where are they going? I do believe they're going to get to a city at some point, and it could be Reaper or Commonwealth related. I think it's going to be something, obviously. Like they are going to come across them. It's just that I'm leaning more towards the Reaper side of it. I'm mostly basing that off of the comic because they don't meet the Commonwealth right away. Eugene and them do, obviously, and they spend some time there, but they travel back to Alexandria first. Angela Kang could always change this up because she changes up a lot of stuff, so you can't always go based off of the comic, but I think that kind of makes sense. We know we're getting some Reaper storyline coming up. I think the Reapers somehow play a role here, but I do think there could be some Commonwealth Easter egg or connections there. Like there's going to be some unexplained things that are around that Daryl and them are going to see. They're going to wonder like what that's related to. It will be the Commonwealth, but they won't know at that time, right? So there's going to be some teases here for the end and stuff. And it's a pretty cool title. Honestly, I do like the title, and it makes sense. You would name the episode the same thing, but just have Part 1 and Part 2. So I'm guessing episode 1 is going to end on some type of cliffhanger. That's my guess, is that something's going to happen near the end, because like premieres in general for like, I guess in The Walking Dead anyways, they're usually like something big will happen, but it's usually more relaxed. I would say nothing crazy happens immediately. Like you get into some stuff, but it mostly sets the tone for the season. Some premieres in the past used to be a bit more explosive, but lately not really. At least Angela Kang's premieres, they haven't really been that explosive. It's mostly just been like, here's what to expect in this season, right? In season 9, we got a new beginning. We just saw what life was like. In season 10, we saw them training. We had the whole satellite crashing down, which was cool. That was a really cool visual, but overall, not too crazy. So I'm expecting episode 1 to be the same thing. It's going to set the tone for what life is like now in Alexandria post the Whisperer War, and then it's going to end on some type of cliffhanger, which will build into episode 2. It is very possible that the Reapers and whatever they're bringing to the story here, that this story arc ends in these 2 episodes, right? Because we know, at least I'm assuming anyways, that they're not going to be a big part of the season for sure. Like they're not. That's the Commonwealth. It's going to be a small thing. So I'm assuming it is likely going to end within a few episodes of the final season. And also an update on the Rick Grimes movie, and it's not really that great of an update. From what I've been seeing, the travel restrictions haven't been opened up from the US and the UK. I believe that they're hoping for July 19th for that to happen. So we got to wait, I guess, like another month. But I've been seeing some stuff of like, if you're fully vaccinated, maybe you can travel. But I don't know. Obviously, you have to go look that up. But yeah, they're hoping for July 19th. And so I can kind of see that being a thing. Like, apparently it's very positive. Like, July 19th is likely going to be the day for sure. And so I could see that being an announcement during Comic-Con, is that happens July 19th or whatever, and then Comic-Con a week later, Gimple announces, yep, Andrew Lincoln's here or whatever, and we're going to start filming at the end of August or early August, and I could easily see that being a reveal. Like, they got to start filming at some point, and I do think, I mean, yeah, that's still a lot of time to film. I mean, they're going to film whenever they can. If it gets pushed off to November, I mean, they're going to film then too. Like, they're going to film when they can, unless it's like Christmas, then they won't film then. But they're going to try and film whenever they can. So this does kind of suck that we have to wait another month or almost another month, but it is coming to an end with this. Like we are going to get those updates, but for now, let's focus on the final season. Comic-Con is where we'll discuss the Rick movie a lot more, unless we get updates before then. Who knows? Maybe Andrew Lincoln can find a way to get here. I don't know, but I'm just looking forward to the update coming on Thursday. And like I said earlier in the video, I do think it's likely going to be casting information because that trailer is going to be coming out very soon. Like, we got that update, I guess, from Dwayne Charles Manwiller, who is a cinematographer for The Walking Dead, and he expects the trailer, or at least from what he's heard anyways, that the trailer will be coming out in a couple of weeks. He said 2 weeks at one point, then he said a couple of weeks, and that was like a week ago he said that almost. So I'm assuming it's going to be either, maybe it's this Thursday or it's the following Thursday. It looks like we're getting it before Comic-Con though, so that's exciting. Like, July is about to happen, like in 10 days from now. So once we hit July, I mean, Comic-Con it's right there. It's 3 weeks away. So we're at the point now where the trailer is going to be coming out literally at any point within the next month. We don't have to wait that much longer. And so any little update that we get, any kind of like, and just information that we do get, any kind of update, I'm going to do a video on it. I'll let you guys know like when to expect this thing so that you guys can watch it the second it comes out, right? So the last thing I wanted to focus on was something that Alexa Mansour, who obviously plays Hope on The Walking Dead World Beyond, said about the final season of World Beyond. And she said that the season 2 ties up a lot of loose ends, and she couldn't give anything away, obviously. But that is kind of exciting because there's a lot of questions we had at the end of episode 1 that, you know, there's a lot of things related to the Rick movie, a lot of things related to the general story of that show too, that we were like, I don't know where this is going, and they didn't really explain a lot. They just kind of introduced more questions. And so I'm happy that it will wrap up. And that's the thing, World Beyond Season 1, and I'm sure they were expecting it, got a lot of criticism for, I would say, hyping up the Rick movies, but not really giving a lot, right? We were expecting some really like good information on how it sets up the Rick movies, but we got really none of it. Well, now I would say that this is the final season. They are ending these character stories here. Like, all of these characters we're most likely not going to see again, I would expect. It was a cool run. You know, we'll get these 2 seasons, but I imagine these characters are probably going to be done. I mean, who knows? Tales of the Walking Dead could bring some of them back for one episode, but I think for the most part, we're never going to see these characters again. And I mean, I guess we could see Elizabeth Kublik, right? Because she is a general or whatever in the CRM, so we could see her maybe in the movies. But anyways, it makes sense that you would wrap up the story right away. And so I'm excited. I'm excited for that final episode. I want to see how it's going to end, how it's going to set up the movies, because that's the point of the show, was to set up the movies. And I look forward to watching the show in the fall because, yeah, like, this is going to be, by the time the show ends in like November, early December this year, we're going to know everything that it has to give us. Obviously, at that point, the Rick movies will likely have been finished filming, or most of it will. We could get a trailer at the end of the year. Who knows? A teaser, more information, because that's still like 6 months away. That's still a while. Like, they'll have been filming for a while at that point. And so, yeah, I'm excited for that. Like, the long wait is almost over. It does suck. This stupid pandemic has just shut everything down and put the world on pause for over a year, and I'm excited that everything is starting to go back to normal now. And honestly, I'm so excited that everything is starting to go back to normal. It feels nice to just be able to do things again, right? And hearing all these movies coming out and games and just television shows and all these updates, it's gonna be like it was. What does suck though is that if it wasn't for this, we would have gotten, I guess actually we would have just finished season 11 of The Walking Dead, right? And we'd be waiting to go into season 12, which would likely end, I'm guessing, next season, like next April. And so I guess in that sense, it's kind of good how everything happened, because the Walking Dead is likely not going to end until next November. So we got, the pandemic in that sense prolonged the show, which I guess we suffered through last year, right? Because we had to wait that much longer for anything. Like, we literally waited all summer last year for one episode of The Walking Dead last year. So yeah, anyways, post all your thoughts down below. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.